Jack Reen, 32, a reserved, thoughtful software engineer with a love for stability and loyalty, has always believed in commitment and has spent 6 years building a life with Emma, whom he cherishes deeply. He finds solace in nature photography and deep DIY projects, enjoying life's quieter pleasures. Emma Reen, 30, a social media influencer and artist, is vibrant, bold, and always seeking new adventures. She thrives on excitement and loves the spotlight, her life often revolving around experiences she can share with her followers. She has started to feel confined by the structure of her marriage. Sophie Lawson, 28, Jack's coworker, is new to the city and has recently ended a serious relationship. She's grounded, compassionate, and highly values loyalty and trust. Despite her reserved demeanor, she exudes warmth and quickly becomes a confidant for Jack. It was an ordinary Friday evening when Jack walked through the door after a long workday, expecting a quiet night with Emma. But as soon as he entered, he sensed something was off. Emma was sitting on the couch, her gaze distant, her fingers fidgeting with her wedding ring. Jack set down his briefcase and approached her, a slight unease creeping over him. "Emma," he asked, his voice gentle but curious. She looked up, her expression a mixture of excitement and nervousness. "Jack, there's something I want to talk to you about." He took a seat beside her, his heart pounding. "What is it?" Emma hesitated, then finally spoke. "Jack, I think our marriage has lost its spark. Don't you feel it too? The routine, the predictability, it's suffocating me." Jack felt a pang of confusion and worry, but listened closely, wanting to understand. "Emma, what do you mean?" Emma's eyes flickered with a strange thrill as she continued. "I've been thinking about this a lot, and I believe an open marriage could be the solution. It would give us both a chance to explore, to feel that excitement again." Her words hit Jack like a wave, leaving him speechless. An open marriage? The idea seemed so foreign to everything he'd known about their relationship. "Emma, I don't understand. We've been together for 6 years. Isn't that excitement enough?" he asked, trying to process what she was saying. Emma sighed, frustration creeping into her tone. "Jack, I just need more than this. I want to feel alive. I'm not suggesting this because I don't love you. I do. But this could bring us closer by giving us both a chance to experience life in new ways." Jack sat in silence, torn between the love he had for his wife and the unfamiliarity of her words. He didn't want to lose her, so with a heavy heart, he reluctantly agreed, hoping it would make her happy. In the weeks that followed, Jack watched as Emma threw herself into the dating world with zeal. She created profiles on dating apps, spent hours getting ready, and came home late more often than not, her eyes alight with the thrill of her new lifestyle. Each time she returned, Jack felt a growing emptiness in their once warm home. The intimacy they'd shared began to fade, replaced by distance and silence. Conversations dwindled, and Jack found himself spending more nights alone, his thoughts a chaotic swirl of pain and confusion. He wanted to connect with her, but it was as if she had become someone else entirely. During this time, Jack found a sense of refuge at work. His coworker Sophie had recently joined the team, and their work-related chats soon turned into deeper conversations. One afternoon, after a long meeting, Sophie invited Jack to grab a coffee. As they sat in a cozy cafe, Sophie noticed Jack's somber expression and gently asked, "Jack, are you all right? You seem distracted." Jack hesitated, unsure of how much to share, but something about Sophie's kind eyes and soft voice made him feel safe. He found himself confiding in her, explaining the strange arrangement he and Emma had agreed to. Sophie listened intently, her face sympathetic. "That sounds incredibly hard, Jack. I can't imagine how you're feeling." Jack nodded, a heavy sigh escaping him. "It's like I'm losing her, Sophie. I thought this might bring us closer, but it's only driven us apart." Sophie reached across the table, placing a comforting hand over his. "You deserve someone who appreciates you for who you are. Someone who wants to be present with you." Over the following weeks, Jack and Sophie continued to meet after work. What started as friendly conversations soon deepened, each interaction leaving Jack with a sense of warmth he hadn't felt in a long time. Sophie's kindness, Her genuine interest in him and her steady presence made him feel valued. As Jack grew closer to Sophie, he began to see the stark contrast between her loyalty and Emma's pursuit of excitement. It became clearer that Sophie represented the stability and respect he craved but hadn't received in months. One chilly October night, Jack found himself alone at home again. Emma had gone out on another date, and the silence in the house was suffocating. Sitting in the dimly lit living room, Jack stared at the empty seat beside him, wondering how they had reached this point. His mind wandered to Sophie, the laughter they shared, her understanding, the way she truly cared about him. The realization struck him hard. He was falling for her. When Emma returned that night, he was ready to confront her. She entered the room, glancing at him briefly before moving toward the bedroom. "Emma, we need to talk," Jack said, his voice steady. She sighed, barely looking at him. "Jack, can it wait? I'm exhausted." "No, Emma, it can't wait. This arrangement, it isn't working for me," he replied, his tone firmer than it had ever been. Emma rolled her eyes, irritation clear on her face. "Jack, we agreed on this. You said you wanted to try it too." "No, you wanted this, Emma. I went along because I didn't want to lose you, but all I've done is lose myself." Emma's expression shifted, a flicker of guilt appearing in her eyes. "What are you saying, Jack?" "I'm saying I found someone who respects me." Jack said, his voice trembling. "Her name is Sophie. She values me in ways you haven't in a long time." Emma's face paled. She hadn't expected Jack to find someone else, and the realization hit her hard. You're leaving?" Jack nodded, his heart heavy but resolute. "Yes, Emma, you wanted freedom, and I can't give that if it means losing myself. I deserve to be with someone who values me, not someone who's constantly looking for excitement elsewhere." The days that followed were filled with a mix of relief and sadness for Jack. He moved out and found a new place, leaning on Sophie's support during the difficult transition. Sophie was there for him in every way, helping him settle into his new life, providing a listening ear, and offering companionship that felt real and meaningful. Their relationship blossomed naturally, without the chaos or uncertainty that had plagued his marriage. Sophie appreciated Jack for who he was, and he found himself smiling more, feeling lighter than he had in years. Meanwhile, Emma began to feel the weight of her decisions. She reached out to Jack a few times, messages laced with regret, hinting that she wished things had been different. But Jack had moved on, finding peace in a relationship built on trust, respect, and mutual admiration. Months passed, and Jack and Sophie's bond only grew stronger. They shared countless memories together, weekend trips to the countryside, quiet nights cooking at home, and long conversations about life and dreams. Jack felt fulfilled, knowing he had found a partner who valued him fully. With Sophie, he had rediscovered what it meant to be loved, to be in a relationship that didn't need thrills or distractions to feel complete. He realized that true happiness came from being with someone who respected him, who shared his values, and who stood by him through life's ups and downs. Emma remained a distant memory, a chapter that had closed, teaching Jack the importance of choosing a partner who truly valued him. His journey had been painful, but it led him to someone who gave the love he had always deserved. And that's the end of Jack's journey. Thank you for staying with us through this emotional story. Let us know in the comments what you think. Would you have made the same choice? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this. Thanks for watching.